Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So when you're automating the application, your application might require to log in with the different users like admin user, customer user. Now, when you're automating, so you can only log in with one user because it has its own session. But in Playwright, what you can do is that you can use a power of browser context and you can create the multiple login sessions in parallel. Now, you don't need to execute your scenario first with the customer and then with the admin. So basically, using the browser context, we will create the two separate isolated sessions which will execute in parallel. They are independent in nature and they don't interfere with each other. So in this tutorial, I will exactly show you how you can achieve this in your real-time automation. So let's begin. For this demo, I will be using this source demo website because it has a multiple users. So I will pick any two of users and create the two separate browser context, and each context will be using a one single user. Now let's go to the PyCharm and let's do it practically. So in PyCharm, let me create one new Python file. So let me name it as test underscore browser underscore context. And the first thing is that we need to import the page basically from the Playwright Sync API. So from Playwright dot sync API, and from that we need to import page. And now let's create a function. So df test underscore browser underscore context, and let's provide the page picture, which is the built-in one. So page, and now the first thing is that let's create a browser. Okay, so what I will do is that browser is equals to page dot context dot browser. Now let's create a first browser context. So let's name it as context1 equals to, so using this browser basically, so browser dot new context, and once you have a new context, so we need to create a page from that context. So I will say page 1 is equals to context1 dot new page. So basically what we are doing is that we created a browser, and using that browser we created a first context, and using the context we created a page, because eventually we need a page where we actually opening the website and logging into the application, right? Now what we need to do is that using this first context, so I will say page 1 dot go to, and we need to go to this source demo application. So copy this one, come back, paste the URL, and let me put some intentional timeout. Page 1 dot wait for timeout. So let's give it 3 seconds over here, and now let's provide the username and password for the first user. So page 1 dot locator, and we go back here, right click on this one, inspect. So we have this placeholder, we have ID, so we can simply use a CSS selector over here. So just go back here and let's simply use the CSS selector using hash user dash name. Let me confirm this. So user dash name, and what we need to do is that we need to fill in this one. So fill and what we need to fill with a user. So for this one, let me take this standard user. So copy this one and come back here, paste it over here, and then we need a locator for the password field. So let's go back here and inspect this password field. And here again we have an ID. So simply let's go back here and using hash password, and we need to again fill the password, and the password is basically a secret sauce. So copy this one, come back here, paste this one, and finally what we need to do is that we need to log in. We need to click on the login button. So page dot locator, and just go back here and inspect this button. It has ID, so let me copy this ID from here, come back here, and using hash this one, and then what we need to do is that we need to click on this button. Now this, we have just created context for the first user. Now let's create a second context for the another user. So I will say context 2 equals to browser dot new context, and again let's create a separate page. Page 2 equals to context 2 dot new page. Now this is using a separate context and page, and this will be using a separate context and the page. Now page 2, and simply I'll copy these lines of code from here and paste it over here, and instead of page 1, page 2, again page 2, let's repeat this one, page 2, then again page 2, then again page 2. Now once we have these here, we need to update the user and the password. So go here, let's use this visual user. So copy this one and paste this one over here. Now the second context is basically using the second context. Okay, and after this, if you need to wait more, so you can put the more weight over here for both the context or maybe single context, and for example, and eventually once you're done with your testing in terms of the browser context, so you need to close that context. So my context 1 is done here, so I will say context 1 dot close, and then context 2 dot close. Now our script is basically ready over here, and here you see that we created a browser, and from browser we created a new context and we saved it in a context 1, and using that context 1 we created a new page. So we have a browser will have a new context, that new context will have a new page. In that it will open this source demo and login. And similarly again here we are creating a new context from the browser, and from the new context we are creating a new page, and that new page with the new context is basically again opening the source demo, but here it will be login into the application using the different user. Just like if you want to log in with the admin or customer, so that's how you can do it. Now let's run this one and see what happens over here. So test underscore browser underscore context, let's run this in the hide mode, and as soon as I run this one, so you will see that 2 different tabs are open over here. You see two different tabs are open, and both tests will run in the parallel, right? So basically both are executing this test. Now there is one test. Ideally there should be a one browser opening, but because we are using two browser contexts and two new pages for those contexts, so that's why it's opening the two different browser contexts for us. So again, you will see that it will open this one and this one, and both will be using a different user, right? So if you want me to show you, let's put some weight from after providing the username. Let's put a weight over here, and let me put up the weight over here so that we can see that it's actually tapping the different users, right? So this is the first context. You see that it uses the standard users, and now this is second one, and you will see that it's using a visual user. Both are executing in parallel, both are not interfering with both of the sessions. So that's how basically you can work with the scenarios where you need to log in with the different user at the same time.